When it comes to Lil Nas X, he's gone from someone who was able to be famous for one song to being famous/infamous for expressing who he is in a variety of ways that has gotten people a bit rocked. Think about what Dennis Rodman did in the 90s during his own coming out phase in terms of him showing his personality in a way that people didn't expect, and now apply that to a 22-year-old gay rapper, and you've got Lil Nas X. And to prove that, he went and took a major controversy that happened earlier this year and turned it into a fodder for his next song. We'll break it down for you, but before we do that, go ahead and do us a favor by leaving a like on this video, subscribing to the channel, and hitting the bell icon so you never miss an upload from us. And with that being said, let's get into the video. The shoes that started the sequence. There's been a lot of talk that has been going around recently in regards to what is and what isn't happening with Lil Nas X. And to put it quite simply, all of this stems from a shoe incident that Lil Nas X did and got a lot of heat for. Early in the year, Lil Nas X launched a controversial pair of Satan shoes featuring a bronze pentagram, an inverted cross, and a drop of real human blood. Yeah, he really did that. And guess what? It was so popular that it sold out in minutes. Believe it. It wasn't just a random thing that happened though, it was Lil Nas X and New York-based art collective Mischief who did this. The shoes were made using Nike Air Max 97s, though the sportswear brand was not pleased with what was going on without their knowledge. In an emailed statement, Nike said it was not involved in creating the modified sneaker. "We do not have a relationship with Lil Nas or Mischief," the company said. "Nike did not design or release these shoes, and we do not endorse them." Mischief confirmed that the limited edition drop of 666 pairs sold out in less than a minute, though Lil Nas X kept the first pair. Each shoe's air bubble sole contained red ink and one drop of human blood, according to Mischief. A Mischief spokesperson said the blood had been provided by members of the art collective, adding, "We love to sacrifice for our art." Later, Wisner explained on a video call that the creative team collected individual drops over the course of a week using the same type of needle used in a at-home glucose test. The group also confirmed to CNN that Nike was not involved in this in any capacity. Needless to say, this was something that felt very much like Lil Nas X, and just as easily to say, a lot of people were not happy that this happened for various reasons, both fair and not. The reactions to the shoes. The shoes sparked outrage online once they were announced and attracted criticism from a number of high-profile political and religious figures, including South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem and the evangelical pastor Mark Burns. The latter described the sneakers in a tweet as evil and heresy. Some fans of the Old Town Road rapper, meanwhile, tweeted their support and desire to own a pair. In response, Lil Nas X posted a video to his official YouTube account titled "Lil Nas X Apologizes for Satan's Shoe," which got millions of views. But after a few seconds, the apparent apology cuts to a scene from his new music video, Montero, Call Me By Your Name, showing him dancing provocatively with a devil character. The rapper is then pictured snapping the devil's neck before removing his horned crown and assuming it himself. The day after Lil Nas X released the music video, he responded to the backlash over its rebellious religious imagery with, "I spent my entire teenage years hating myself because of the y'all preached would happen to me because I was gay," he wrote. "So I hope you are mad. Stay mad. Feel the same anger you teach us to have towards ourselves. We all knew that some people would take the Satan element of this seriously, but I'm not sure we were entirely prepared for how much of a furor it would raise," Wisner said. "Obviously, from our perspective, it's just fun, right? There's a really rich wealth of symbolism to work with, but some people have been very up in arms with it." He referenced one YouTube reviewer, Michael J. Mitchell of the account A Sneaker Life, who first did an unboxing video, then posted a follow-up video called "I Threw the Nike Satan Shoes Away." He did so, Wisner said, because his fans had reacted so poorly to the concept, which is extremely funny. In the 8-minute video, Mitchell announces he's getting rid of the sneakers before tossing them down the trash chute in his apartment building. He shows them in the box before they make their descent. "I'm throwing them away, bro, straight up. I'm not keeping this energy around me whatsoever," he said. "Everybody just relax, bro. I am a man of God." Overreactions all around? In their own way, yes, but there is more going on here than just the religious outrage. For some, this was more of a business look, and the business most upset was Nike, who didn't waste time trying to make sure everyone knew that they weren't happy about this at all. Nike suing Mischief. Nike accused Mischief of trademark infringement after it appeared to use the Air Max 97 shoe for inspiration for its Satan shoe. Nike also said customers had called for a boycott of the company over Mischief's shoe. The basketball player Nick Young tweeted he debated wearing Nike after the announcement of the Satan shoes. Nike files this lawsuit to maintain control of its brand, to protect its intellectual property, and to clear the confusion and delusion in the marketplace by setting the record straight. Nike has not and does not approve or authorize Mischief's customized Satan shoes, the suit said. Now you might think that this is a cheap ploy to go and get something for Mischief, but that wasn't the case. They really wanted to sue them, and in April they reached a settlement on the matter. Today, April 8th, Nike and Mischief have agreed to settle the lawsuit. Nike wrote in a statement at the time, if any purchasers were confused or if they otherwise want to return their shoes, they may do so for a full refund. This obviously caused its own stir because it was all about how Lil Nas X made a special pair of shoes, and technically speaking, he was taken to court over it. So, he made a music video about it. On July 19th, the rapper shared a video titled Nike vs. Lil Nas X, Satan Shoes Trial, in which the rapper performed a full 2-minute sketch acting out his own fictional legal battle against the iconic shoe brand for his viral Satan shoes released back in March. Acting in the sketch as himself, his lawyer, opposing counsel, the judge, and more, Lil Nas X lampooned the fictitious court trial, which quickly devolves from being about his shoes to focusing on his sexuality. Let me rephrase the question. Do your mommy know you gay? His lawyer character asks him while on the stand in the video. When he answers yes, a juror, also played by Lil Nas X, makes his feelings on the matter clear. Lock him up, throw away the key. The clip ends with Lil Nas X being sentenced to 5 years in Montero State Prison, referring to his #1 single, Montero, Call Me By Your Name, as a teaser appears on the screen for his brand new single and video, Industry Baby, which is out now. And since he knows the controversy that has come via the shoes and his last song, he decided to go and do a warning about the one coming up. Saying this in advance so y'all won't blame me, the Industry Baby video is not for your kids. You've been warned. A letter to himself. While it's true that Lil Nas X is a very boisterous character as of late, the fact of the matter is that most times he's a very aware individual who is more than willing to admit what he is, even if the world doesn't want to hear it. And he knows that his own road was not the easiest to travel, and so on Twitter, he decided to go and pen a letter to himself, addressing it to his younger self from a few years back. I wrote a song for us, he said in the opening line of the note. Speaking about his life post Old Town Road, Lil Nas wrote that he was feeling stuck in a place when the global shutdown started in early 2020, both literally and figuratively. I know sometimes you feel like it's all downhill from here, he wrote. I know your sexuality has made you feel like an outcast among your peers. I know going from having the biggest song in the world to being trapped in your apartment is weighing heavy on you, and I know if you hear the phrase one hit wonder one more time, you might combust. As the note continued, Lil Nas urged his younger self to be strong and get through to the other side, only so he can witness his own success. But I need you to keep going. I need you to realize that you have the opportunity to be the person that you needed growing up, he said. I need you to stop feeling sorry for yourself, and I need you to remember that the only person who has to believe in you is you. He's done this before, the last time being addressing how he came out to the world and encouraging himself to not forget that it was worth it. So while many factions in the world may not like all the things he's done, the fact is that he's a young man trying to be himself 100% without fear, and that's something to be respected. Industry Baby. By the time you're watching this video, Lil Nas X's new song and video, Industry Baby, will have been released, and it's aiming to be something very unique, in a Lil Nas X kind of way, of course. The gassed up new anthem produced by Take a Day Trip and Kanye West sees Lil Nas X and featured guest Jack Harlow at his most triumphant, kicking off with a horn fanfare, as though announcing its own arrival. Industry Baby sees the 22-year-old rapper touting his accolades over a driving beat and slick melody. Baby bet, a couple racks, a couple Grammys on him, couple plaques, a. He smirks in the opening lines of the song, before ultimately declaring that this one is for the champions. And if you look at the music video, you'll see he's doing yet another unabashedly gay sequence or two, including him dancing with several naked men, which will no doubt send certain groups up the wall once again. But given who Lil Nas X is, you can bet that he just won't care, because this is his life, his truth, and he's going to showcase who he is no matter what. Don't believe us? Before the song aired, he used SpongeBob SquarePants to try and promote the now released track. That says it all, doesn't it? And there you go, everyone, a look at what's going on with Lil Nas X and everything that is happening with him, his music, his life, and everything in between. Are you glad that Lil Nas X is using these controversies to go and stick it to those who have not been kind to him in the past? Do you think he will continue to ride this wave, if you will, in order to prove what he is and not care about what other people think about him? Go ahead and let me know what you think in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time on the channel.